my name is Caitlin Ward, and this is a simulated lesson for EDU 672 with Professor Rotterdam. This is one of the lessons from my unit plan. My unit plan will be focusing on transformations, and this lesson will be focusing on reflection. In this lesson, you will also see me modify portions of the lesson for a student with autism. There will be different modifications and forms of differentiation in order to help the student to complete the objective. So, here we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we have been learning all about transformations, which are the movement of a shape so that it is in a different position or a different size. Yesterday we learned about translations, which is the sliding of an object on a coordinate plane, and today we will be focusing on reflections, which is the flipping of an object on a coordinate plane. Reflections occur over a line, which can also be referred to as the mirror line. For today's lesson, we will be using the X and the Y axis on our coordinate plane as the lines that we will be flipping our images over. So, first we need to start with the coordinates of a shape. So, for our first reflection, we'll be using these coordinates provided. So, as we know, the X always comes first, and then the Y in our coordinate listings. So, the first point that we have is -3, 2. We're going to come up to our X and count back 1, 2, 3, and up 2 for the Y. 1, 2, and plot our first point. This will be point A. For the next point, it's -3, 7. We will count back 1, 2, 3, and up 7 on the Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plot that. That will be point B. And our third coordinates are -6, 7. So we will count back 6 on the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And up 7 on the Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be point C. We draw our lines to connect, and as you can see, we have created a triangle, and now we are going to reflect this shape over the y-axis. So our reflection will be going from the second quadrant to the first, and we want to make sure that our reflections are equidistant from the mirror line on both sides. So we want to make sure that it will be 3 spaces away on both sides. Okay, so to flip, so we have 1, 2, 3 spaces to point A from the mirror line, so we're going to count 3 in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3. We'll label this A prime because this is our pre-image, and the second image is then labeled A prime. This point B, 1, 2, 3 points away. So we'll count 1, 2, 3 points away. This will now be labeled B prime. And C, point C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points away. So we're going to count 6 in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this will be C prime. We then draw our lines to connect. And we have now created a successful reflection of A, B, C over the y-axis and into A prime, B prime, C prime. Now that we have our second image, we want to plot the points for the A prime, B prime, C prime image. So point A prime is now 3, 2. B prime is now 3, 7, and the coordinates for C prime are now 6, 7. Now if you look, you will notice that when you flip an object over the y-axis, that the x-coordinate changes its sign. The original pre-image was all negative for the x, and when we flipped it over the y, all of the x-coordinates changed to positive. The same would go for if you flipped an image over the x-axis, except that it would not be the x-coordinate that is changing sign, it would be the y. So it is the opposite. When you flip over the y, the x-coordinate changes its sign, and when you flip over the x, the y-coordinate will change its sign. Now we're going to have you practice on your own. So now that we've learned how to create our own reflections, each of you is going to be given a worksheet with 4 coordinate planes. Each coordinate plane has an x-axis and a y-axis. You are also going to be given coordinate points that you're going to have to plot, and then it's going to tell you whether or not you need to reflect this image over either the y-axis or the x-axis. Okay, so once I hand out your worksheets, please get started, and I'll be coming around to help those who need any assistance. So Liam, it looks like we're having a little bit of trouble figuring out these reflections. I want to help you out a little bit. This worksheet doesn't have the x and the y coordinates numbered for you, and also these coordinate planes are pretty small. It also only gives you the coordinates for the shapes and doesn't give you the shape itself. So to help you out a little bit, I want you to use these coordinate planes instead. Okay, so these coordinate planes are, as you can see, much larger, and they also not only just give you the coordinates, they give you the shape itself already in the plane. So I think this will be a little bit easier for you to figure out if you can see the shape and visualize it without having to figure out what the shape's going to look like by plotting the points yourself. So another tool I want you to use, Liam, to help you with this reflection is this manipulative shape triangle. As you can see, that one side is pink and one side is yellow, and that's going to help you to visualize the reflection, because on one side it'll be pink, and then when you reflect it, it will now turn into yellow. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to color the points of the triangle on both sides the same color so that it will help you to see where the new coordinates will be. So we'll do the top corner blue, another corner will be pink on both the yellow side and the pink side, and the third corner will be green on both the pink side and the yellow side. Okay, so now we're going to put our shape down on the pink shape on the enlarged coordinate plane, and now we are going to reflect it. We're going to use our manipulative to reflect it across. Now we want to make sure that we keep it equidistant from the mirror line, which is the y-axis, so 2 points away. So 1, 2, place it right there on the yellow side, and now we will be able to plot our points. Okay, so Liam, once you plot your points, then you can draw the lines to complete your shape. And then you can label them A prime, B prime, and C prime. Now that you've reflected your shape, you will just need to figure out your coordinates. And on this coordinate plane, unlike the other worksheet, the coordinates are numbered for you, so it will make it a little bit easier for you to figure out what the new coordinates for the new image will be. And I just want to teach you one more trick to check your work. You can take your two images, the pre-image and the new image. You can fold over the mirror line on your piece of paper. Make sure that you fold it perfectly on that line, and then you can hold your image up to the light, whether it's the light in our classroom or the light at the window, and if the two images line up right over one another, then you have successfully created a reflection. Okay, so for your next problem, I'm going to leave you with the enlarged coordinate plane that has the x and y axes numbered, and it also has the shape already drawn for you with the coordinates there. I'm also going to give you your two colored manipulative. The shape matches what's on the coordinate plane, and I'm going to leave you with the marker so that you can color coordinate the corners on both sides so that you'll be able to see what your new coordinates will be for the new image. Alright, so great job, Liam. Keep working and let me know if you need any more assistance from me to complete these reflections.